Hello everyone, my name is Dominic and welcome to Dom's Reviews, where I review anything and everything animated. I just saw the most fucked up movie that I've probably ever seen animated in my entire life, and that was Seth Rogen's Sausage Party. And let me tell you, it was fucking crazy.
Want to see that shit? It'll fuck you up for life. Good luck. Have fun.
So Sausage Party is about how all of this food is in a grocery store and they believe in this higher power and the gods that will bring them to salvation when they get picked, and they'll go and live in eternity in pure awesomeness. You got a hot dog named Frank and you got a bun named Brenda, and they are totally in love and they touch tips and they think like they're meant to be together. And it's just the craziest freaking movie with excellent casting. Seth Rogen, Kristen Wiig, Edward Norton, Paul Rudd, James Franco, Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, all great cast members. It was probably the most fucked up movie I've ever seen because it's got like this Toy Story premise where on the outside they look just like regular food, but then like they have thoughts and feelings and excitement, and it's just in a whole plane of crazy bullshit, motherfucking high shit that I never thought I could ever see. It was probably the craziest movie that I've seen ever animated. Fun fact, like Alan Menken, the guy who wrote like music for Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, all those Disney movies, he wrote the score for this movie and the main song of the movie, and it's so fucked up. You don't realize how fucked up this movie is until you see it. Everyone thought this movie was gonna be hilarious and like crazy and a crazy concept when they saw like the trailers, but when you actually see the movie, it is just a fucking trip, man. And they make so many different, unique like references to our society. They make references to religion, sex, gender, all that, and it's just, you would have never thought that a Seth Rogen comedy about a hot dog trying to really get inside a hot dog bun could be so emotionally investing and yet have such a profound message about today's society and about different cultures. It's kind of like the most fucked up version of how Zootopia did their movie, where they're like, we should work together, we should basically just, you know, be together, don't worry about race or like who you are. If we all join together as a community, we will all be fine and the world would be a better place. That is definitely in this movie, and it's crazy to think that this Seth Rogen comedy would have a type of idealistic life message to this film. Otherwise, it's the most fucked up thing that I've ever seen. Every character does a great job as their prospective food. The humans are great. Every situation is insane. You got many different kinds of food, from like Mexican to Jewish to Middle Eastern foods to Asian foods, and they're all represented there in very comedic, funny ways that it's, this movie is so fucked up. Like every scene of horror that they put into this film is insane. They definitely nailed the horror genre of this film to the point where you could honestly say it is a horrifying experience. When you're watching it, I was just going insane. Like, what the fuck am I watching? It is the craziest shit I've ever seen, and I loved every second of it. They have this over-the-top ending, which, oh my god, you never would have thought would happen like this, in order to like save the day and be themselves and live the life that they want. And then they have this line that, you know, you wouldn't think would be crossed in a movie like this, but they like cross it by like a country mile. They go insane. The last 5 minutes of the movie is the most insane part of the film. It was just like, what the fuck am I watching? You know, other than the fact that, you know, food has feelings and did this whole Toy Story thing. it was a funny comedy. It was. If this isn't nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Film, I'll be sadly disappointed. We've had a lot of great animated films this year, like Zootopia, Kung Fu Panda 3, Finding Dory, and many others that'll come, like Kubo and Moana. And like, just to see this film nominated would be insane. And I would just totally freak out, because I think the comedy definitely works for this film. It's definitely a Seth Rogen comedy. It's definitely hits every mark of what a food would probably feel when they're trying to get murdered by humans. And I definitely recommend it. It's definitely a film you have to see. Everything is, it's the most fucked up thing. You think like South Park and Family Guy are fucked up. They just take it so much farther than what I would regularly see in a South Park episode. And for me, my favorite adult animated movie was South Park, the bigger, better, and uncut movie in the 1999, I think. It was 1999. But this one just like, holy shit. It was crazy. It was insane. It was hilarious. There were a lot of tender moments. There were a lot of, rough moments. There were a lot of, just hilarious comedy. And I really gotta hand it to the story writers. I gotta hand it to my man, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, all those guys. The voice acting was incredible. The comedy was crisp. And it was just, I can never look at food like this again. And that's why I like this movie. It definitely changed the landscape of animation in the comedy section, for sure. And I gotta hand it to them. They really killed it. It blew me away. I thought this movie was gonna be good when I came in, and it just, oh my god, it's the most fucked up movie ever, but it's extremely hilarious. It has a great message. It's got pretty great animation. I remember when Seth Rogen was talking to Jimmy Fallon about this movie, about how like they wanted to make it Pixar quality, and it definitely has like crisp animation. They do really great details, except for the humans. They're a little, the humans are gross, but everything else just works perfectly. And I loved every minute of the film. I laughed constantly. It was great. I can't stress enough how much I liked this movie. Soon to be love it. I don't know if I could see it again for how crazy that ending was, but I definitely recommend that you check it out. It definitely deserves at least 4 stars out of 5, if not greater. It depends, how it ages, but it was one of the best comedies that I've seen this year. And I've seen some great comedies like Keanu and Popstar, and those were exceptionally well done. And so this movie, I think, is one of the best animated films of the year. Definitely trounces, Nolan of the North and, Angry Birds. But what did you think of Sausage Party? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want me to review any animated movie, TV show, web show, anything animated, I'll do it for you, I love you guys. Follow me on Twitter, and remember, just think about how a food would feel before you eat it. Holy shit, this movie was crazy. Fuck you guys. Thank you for watching Dom's Reviews. Fuck all. Yeah! This is a Sausage Party. And Al Menken wrote for an adult anime comedy that was so fucked up. But you gotta see it! You gotta see it! I reiterate that you must see this film. See it! It's fucking hilarious and insane and the most sometimes gross thing I've ever seen. But it's awesome! Check it out!